Martin.
Aye.
Riney.
Aye.
Schumer.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays.
Item 15, bill number 6122 for ordinance number 6340, approving a request for voluntary annexation from Missouri Highway and Transportation Commission, second reading and final passage.
Move it. Second.
An ordinance annexing certain adjacent territory into the city limits of the city of Perryville, Missouri under the provisions of section 71.012 RSMO, the rest by reference.
Move for final passage.
Second.
Booth.
Aye.
Hudson.
Aye.
Martin.
Aye.
Riney.
Aye.
Schumer.
Aye.
Burek.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays.
Item 16, bill number 6123 for ordinance number 6341, entering a T-hanger rental agreement with Terry Martin, second reading and final passage.
Move for second reading. Second.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of Perryville, Missouri to execute a contract by and between the city and Terry Martin relative to rental of T-hanger space. Further, said ordinance will authorize and direct the city clerk to attest the signature of the mayor, the rest by reference.
Move for final passage. Second.
Hudson.
Aye.
Martin.
Aye.
Riney.
Aye.
Schumer.
Aye.
Burek.
Aye.
Booth.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays.
Item 17, bill number 6124 for ordinance number 6342, entering into an agreement with Kessler All Season Service LLC relative to mowing neighborhood mini parks, second reading and final passage.
Move for second reading.
Second.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of Perryville, Missouri to execute a contract by and between the city and Kester All-Season Service LLC relative to mowing neighborhood mini parks. Further, said ordinance will authorize and direct the city clerk to attest the signature of the mayor, the rest by reference.
Move for final passage.
Second.
Martin.
Aye.
Riney.
Aye.
Schumer.
Aye.
Burek.
Aye.
Booth.
Aye.
Hudson.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays.
Item 18, bill number 6125 for ordinance number 6343, entering into a 5-year lease agreement with Federal Protection Incorporated relative to City Hall security, second reading and final passage.
Move for second reading. Second.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of Perryville, Missouri to execute a contract by and between the city and Federal Protection, Inc. relative to City Hall security. Further, said ordinance should authorize and direct the city clerk to attest the signature of the mayor, the rest by reference.
Move for final passage. Second.
Riney.
Aye.
Schumer.
Aye.
Burek.
Aye.
Booth.
Aye.
Hudson.
Aye.
Martin.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays.
Item 19, bill number 6126 for ordinance number 6344, accepting easement deeds from Perry County Club and Edward and Jamie Flores, second reading and final passage.
Move for second reading.
Second.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor and city clerk of the city of Perryville, Missouri to attest to the city's acceptance of certain property, which said property is particularly set forth in the attached easement deeds, the rest by reference.
Move for final passage.
Second.
Schumer.
Aye.
Burek.
Aye.
Booth.
Aye.
Hudson.
Aye.
Martin.
Aye.
Riney.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays.
Item 20, bill number 6127 for ordinance number 6345, entered into an agreement with Timberman Group relative to tourism marketing campaign, second reading and final passage.
Move for second reading. Second.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of Perryville, Missouri to execute a contract by and between the city and Timberman Group relative to tourism marketing campaign. Further, said ordinance will authorize and direct the city clerk to attest the signature of the mayor, the rest by reference.
Move for final passage.
Second.
Burek.
Aye.
Booth.
Aye.
Hudson.
Aye.
Martin.
Aye.
Riney.
Aye.
Schumer.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays.
Item 21, bill number 6128 for ordinance approving 2021-22 pay plan, first reading.
Move for first reading by title only.
Second.
An ordinance approving the 2021-22 pay plan as amended for the city of Perryville, Missouri, which shall become and be made a part of the 2020-21 budget as made and provided in section 67.010 at sequential RSMO 2000, the rest by reference.
Item 22, bill number 6129 for ordinance entering into agreement with BHMG Engineers Incorporated relative to natural gas distribution system master plan, first reading.
Move for first reading by title only.
Second.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of Perryville, Missouri to execute a contract by and between the city and BHMG Engineers, Inc. relative to natural gas distribution system master plan. Further, said ordinance will authorize and direct the city clerk to attest the signature of the mayor, the rest by reference.
Item 23, bill number 6130 for ordinance entering into agreements with artists relative to sculpture exhibition
I've got a question on
First
this
reading.
one. I was looking through that contract. I guess, so we're paying these sculptures $1,500?
Not the city,
Right, tourism.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And I understand if they sell one, it says the city, but I get tourism, we get the 10%.
We get 10% cut, yeah. We collectively, the city,
Yeah.
between, yeah.
Okay. I was questioning.
Yep.
Do we
You have a motion and a second?
No, I don't.
No.
It's just first reading.
I don't have a motion.
Make a motion for first reading by title only.
Second.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of Perryville, Missouri to execute a contract by and between the city and various artists relative to public sculpture display. Further, said ordinance shall authorize and direct the city clerk to attest the signature of the mayor, the rest by reference.
Item 24, bill number 6131 for ordinance entering into second amendment of Perry County Cultural Heritage Tourism Cooperative Agreement, first reading.
Move for first reading by title only.
Second.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of Perryville, Missouri to execute a contract by and between the city and County of Perry, Perry County Economic Development Authority, East Perry County Cultural Alliance, EPCCA, and Greater Perryville Area Chamber of Commerce relative to Second Amendment to the Perry County Cultural Heritage Tourism Cooperative Agreement. Further, said ordinance shall authorize and direct the city clerk to attest the signature of the mayor, the rest by reference.
Item number 25, bill number 6132 for ordinance entering into a revised contract with Bear Engineering LLC. First reading may be read by title only.
Move for first reading by title only.
Second.
An ordinance authorizing the president of the Board of Aldermen of the city of Perryville, Missouri to execute a contract by and between the city and Bear Engineering LLC relative to engineering services. Further, said ordinance shall authorize and direct the city clerk to attest the signature of the president of the Board of Aldermen, the rest by reference.
Mayor, you can come back. Mayor, you can come on back.
I don't hear too well.
No, it did. What the hell is going on?
I'm not sure.
Item 26, bill number 6133 for ordinance entering into an agreement with Southwestern Illinois College relative to aviation management program internship, first reading.
Move for first reading by title only.
Second.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of Perryville, Missouri to execute a contract by and between the city and Southwestern Illinois College relative to aviation management program internship. Further, said ordinance shall authorize and direct the city clerk to attest the signature of the mayor, the rest by reference.
Item 27, committee reports, public works, Alderman Goode.
Just wanna thank the Public Works Department for working through this kind of temperatures and taking care of water leaks, and I'm sure there've been many other things they've had to deal with other than the streets, but seems like they're doing a good job. It's gotta be tough when it's this cold, so. You see them, maybe thank them.
Thank you. Yeah, good thing. Yeah, I was, I left my house this morning, Krieger Lane was clear, St. Joe was clear, and I think every street, I mean, that was a phenomenal job. It wasn't just good, it was great, I thought. I mean, at 8 o'clock in the morning, all that was cleaned up. Water breaks, did you have water, I saw some issues on the water break in Chloe, or Kelly. We had a lot of water breaks,
Yeah, we had 4 in 4 days.
4 days, all because of the freezing.
Yeah, usually. When it gets cold and the ground, expands and, get cracked, so. And that one was at a fitting, so it was a rough one, Chloe, for a long time. But, thank you. Yeah, the guys worked really hard, they worked throughout the night, and we had multiple crews out at the same time in the middle of the night at 1:30 and throughout the night, really. And it started at 11:30 a.m. and the last guys left at 8:30 a.m. the next morning, so.
Was that warm water lines or cold water lines?
It's this cold outside, Mayor, I don't think it really
What a
matters.
line guy.
You know, we got
That's the toughest job in the world, repairing a water line at 0 degrees, my God.
we got a new public works director, new street superintendent, new water superintendent, and they've done a phenomenal job, so it's been a tough couple days.
Public Safety, Alderman Perry, please.
The yellow line out there by, what is that, Brenda Avenue, was that? I mean, I know we passed it a long time.
There's signs up. I don't think the curb's painted, we got signs up.
They ain't listening.
Chief, can you guys check that out? There's a no parking on the,
I want to find it.
yeah. All right, thanks.
And, yes, I'd like to say thanks for the fine job. We'll say this here, there's some intersections that got pretty big piles of it though, man. Might wanna knock some of them down.
Yeah, I think we're gonna haul, snow off from the square tomorrow as we're finally getting caught up, and that's our goal. Tomorrow we knock down some of those piles, so.
Okay. I've been around town, there's a few intersections, it's kinda hard to see some of them, but I mean, I can understand that. I mean, where are you gonna put snow at?
Yeah, we'll look at it real close tomorrow.
You can dump in my
Put a
backyard.
curb.
My kids would love it.
Dump it in Kurt's backyard.
That was a joke.
Might as well. Yeah, but besides that, you guys did a great job, every one of them did, thanks. That's it, Mayor.
Finance, Alderman Riley.
Nothing this evening, Mayor, unless, Alderman Schumer has something he'd like to say.
Liaison, Alderman Martin.
Nothing tonight, Mr. Mayor, thank you.
Economic Development, Alderman Good.
Hey,
Mr. Sanders.
well, I just wanted to let everybody know that the feasibility study for that 13th Community College has started, which encompasses Cape, Jackson, and Perry school districts. So you'll start hearing a lot about that. We're supposed to be done by around April timeframe. So we do that. And just to let you know, the Catalyst Center, we are gas, so we've reduced down to 55. So it's, but most of our, because of the weather, most of our events have been canceled. So and most of the staff is either working from home or going in briefly, limited access right now to the Catalyst Center. If I took it off, my hair would, because it took me 3 hours to dig out what the city put in my driveway.
Hopefully we put some of that snow.
No, they did a great job.
Speaking just very briefly, if somebody calls and says, well, what do you recommend we put our thermostat on? Has anybody recommended? Ours is on like 67.
Yeah. It depends. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, the MPUA recommended us to go to 55, with our lift stations and stuff, when we were looking at lowering our energy costs, so they said 55 was the rule of
We
thumb.
turned
I'm
ours
sure
to 60.
insulation matters, but
60?
Ours are on 60 here. at
Oh, I
City
mean,
Hall.
at your home though.
Oh, I'm on 64.
I think isn't it 68 the industry standard?
Standard? Really?
So go lower.
That's what they told us at the Catalyst Center, was 68, but we cut it down to 55 based on.
We like it, we're at 67 on a normal day. We like it cold in our house.
Yeah, it's pretty cold in my house.
Well, I have a lot of girls that complain about 68.
Yeah.
Depends on your house.
It depends on your house and your body temperature.
I let my daughter and wife take a shower today for the first time in a few days. They didn't like the water temperature that I had it at either, so that's all we're gonna say about that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, we ready?
Waiting on you. No, I'm just kidding.
You want me to go ahead?
You have the report by city administrator, item 28.
The fly-in last year was canceled, guys. The airport board's working on another one. They got it scheduled for May 15th. They're excited. We still have a lot of energy in that board, and they're excited to show off what they've done. MML conferences, I shared a couple of them that are coming up. The elected officials training, this is the first time I've actually had a full agenda for you guys to see before the conference. If you haven't been, it tends to be pretty good. They bring different speakers in. It's a great way to, again, meet and network, and a lot of the cool things we learn at these conferences. So if anybody wants to attend, let me know. I'll try to go with you in case you got questions. And then MML, the full conference is the 26th through the 29th of September, and I think it's just in
It's in St.
St.
Louis at Union Station.
Union Station.
Close.
If anybody wants to put that in their calendar, again, it's a great place to network, but also to learn learn a lot of stuff. And then finally, I mentioned earlier that ribbon cutting's been rescheduled for next Thursday at 12:15 at the Park Center. But to my knowledge, the locker rooms are open now and they look great. We just got a couple punch list things to fix. That's all I got, unless you got questions for me.
Item 29, report by city engineer.
Thank you, Mayor. So we did send letters out to most of the people on this trunk line job, regarding easements and a description of the project, and, I've gotten one phone call back, had a nice positive response, had a good conversation. I will be contacting by telephone, everybody from here on out. If I don't get calls from them, I'm gonna be calling them, so starting this week, I've been making those phone calls and keep that process moving forward, so. That's what I have for tonight, unless we have any questions.
Do you have like a square footage figured already in each property?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, we do. In fact, so in the letter, we describe the square footage of the easement that we need and give them all the details on price and all that sort of thing. So it's all in the letter, and like I said, I did have one call back and they had a few questions and we answered the questions and she's like, yep, we're ready to go, we'll sign the easement, so far so good.
Thank you. Item number 30, report by city attorney.
Nothing tonight, Mayor, thank you.
Item 31, board concerns, Alderman Ryder, please.
Nothing this evening, Mayor, thank you.
Alderman Good.
Nothing, Mayor, thank you.
Alderman Beard.
Nothing this evening, Mayor, thank you.
Alderman Ryder. Yeah, Martin, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Nothing tonight either, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Alderman Schumer.
I have nothing either, thank you.
Alderman Hudson.
I had a text.
I knew it.
A young lady called and was complaining that the city had closed her driveway after they had opened it up, plowing the snow. Could we put something on our website or something? You know, we're sorry we're doing it, but it's gonna happen. You can't stop and open up everybody's driveway. We're cleaning the streets.
I mean, it happened to me, but, I mean, it happens.
Hey, Prince?
It's part of doing it.
We knocked the chief in, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, one thing that they've always done, and I didn't know this, but I asked about it, in the past, we've always, if a driveway was open, we've always tried to degrade it. However, this event, we haven't had a snowfall like this last year, we didn't have one. We had a lot of new people grading roads.
Of course.
And they didn't know to do that, so.
Right.
We tried to miss some, opportunities to do it.
The guy was out in the Bobcat today though, like in our neighborhood, he was, cleaning everything up real good. I was happy with how quick it was done.
There's a notice we used to put out too, that if you're gonna do your driveway before we do the street, on what side of the street, or which side of your driveway to put the snow on. Cause if you put it in the side that we're driving, we push it right back
Of
in
course,
there.
yeah.
So we will send something like that out to help educate
I think
folks.
that'll help.
Yeah, that's what we missed that, we should have stuck that in a bill,
I think we did that last year.
yeah, we did.
What's the same for residents or the young lady who called in or the new guys who are driving the truck? If we don't do this every year, we haven't had a measurable snow in about 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The other side of the driveway, like Brent said,
Yeah, we'll put that notice back out.
And there's a little project.
Oh, yeah.
I've been working on in Parish. It's the picnic grounds. For years, we've had all these buildings and had all these events and stuff out there. And if somebody were to have a heart attack, heaven forbid, how would you tell somebody how to get there? How do you get the ambulance to the right place?
What's the 911 address you mean?
Well, there's an address now for at least at the gate, so the regional planning people helped us out a bunch. And they made these pictures from above, you can see the entire picnic grounds, and we've gone in and numbered every one of those buildings out there. So we're gonna give the police department, the ambulance people, the fire department, and everybody copies of this thing, so if they get called, the people that call in, we're gonna number the buildings with the people who see the number too. So, I mean, we've been lucky for all these years, but I think it's time we might ought to help fix that, because we're getting more and more buildings out there all the time. So, I want to let the
chief know, because that's coming, I've got the stuff printed, I'm gonna need to print some more copies probably, but it is coming.
It should go in the, the building manager's office too.
Yeah.
And it goes, we send an update to 911 office every, I mean, a couple months or 3 months or so.
What did I do?
Did you just volunteer to make the numbers on the roof set?
No.
No.
So does each
Miss
building
it.
have a number on it, so
Each
the
building is
person
gonna
then
have,
knows
each
that
building's
they're
gonna
at
have a
number
number.
two or whatever,
Yeah,
so they call?
And the picture itself has got numbers on each of the buildings.
I'm glad they're able to know.
Oh, they do a fantastic